Mom, the most important thing to me in this world is acting, but you keep putting it down.
Tootie, you've been reading my diary again. Well, I told you to keep it locked. I'm weak.
Like either of you have a chance once he sees me.
Say a prayer for me, huh? Smooches. Tramp.
You used our money to get your baby mama a car?
That's my phone money right there. Oh.
I'm so grateful that I'm married to somebody that understands how to soothe his wife when she is, on 12 and having been pushed. And I felt like I had taken quite a bit.
Last night, there was some things said about your husband being fruity or gay.
Kim Fields is one of those rare Hollywood child stars who didn't lose her mind or disappear into thin air. Yep, you heard that right. She's a second-generation Black actress. And unlike many child stars who end up the way they do, Kim kept her cool. From the iconic Facts of Life...
Who said she was a drinker? You did. I didn't exactly put it that way.
...to the Real Housewives of Atlanta, this woman has hustled her entire career. But don't get it twisted. Just because she didn't go off the rails like some other child stars we know, you know who I'm talking about, doesn't mean Kim's life has been all smooth sailing. Oh no, she's had her fair share of ups and downs too. Trust me, you'll want to stick around for all the juicy details. Let's take it back to where it all began. Kim Fields was born on May 12, 1969, right in the heart of New York City. And she didn't waste any time diving into the spotlight. With a dad like Irv Hurd, who's worked behind the scenes.
Award-winning, Emmy Award-winning Irv Hurd, he is here. He's been the technical director. So as much as I was looking forward to seeing you, when we were driving here, I was like, I'm kind of nervous because I feel like it's take your kid to work day for Dad. Like, my dad's here. I'm going to see Dad at work.
A mom like Chip Fields, an actress, singer, and director straight out of Harlem.
Miss Woods, do you know what it's like to have everything you could ever possibly dream of?
No, I don't.
Well, neither did I.
And a sister like Alexis, also an actress.
Oh, Alicia, aren't you a tad bit overdressed for packing?
Oh, please, that can wait. I have a dinner date with Eric.
It's safe to say Kim was born for this. She started acting at just 5, but her big moment came at 7 when she starred in the famous Mrs. Butterworth syrup commercial.
Mrs. Butterworth, I love you.
I was 7 years old, and I thought, how they gonna make this bottle talk?
But here's the interesting thing. Kim was up against none other than Janet Jackson for the role. Can you imagine? Little Kim was starstruck and second-guessing herself, was ready to call it quits. But after a quick pep talk from her mom, she nailed the gig.
We had to take a bus to get to the audition because even though we moved to LA, we didn't have any money. We were staying with some friends of my mom's and then got this little apartment and had to take a bus there. And Janet Jackson was there auditioning. And at the time, she and her family had the summer specials, the Jackson 5 specials.
Right.
And I was like, I'm terrified. I didn't want to go audition or anything. And my mom said, she's not doing anything to you. That's you getting in your head. Right. Don't let anything or anyone, including you, intimidate you. And so I said, okay. So I auditioned and I got that part. We went on to be really good friends. Her and Mom worked together. Yeah.
From there, Kim's career really started taking off. She played the young daughter on the short-lived series Baby, I'm Back.
What's your idea of a daddy? Somebody that's cuddly, like Walter Cronkite.
But her big break came in 1979 when she landed the role of Dorothy Tootie Ramsey in the NBC sitcom Different Strokes.
Well, Molly couldn't have her slumber party because her brother's sick.
Which aired from 1979 to 1981, as well as its spinoff, The Facts of Life, which aired from 1979 to 1988.
I suggest you go out there and tell everybody the truth.
How strong a suggestion is that?
It's no secret The Facts of Life was the career-defining role for Kim Fields. For nearly a decade, we all watched her grow up on screen, and honestly, it felt like she was part of the family.
It's so crazy because I'm looking at you now here, and I'm looking at you then there.
Yeah.
on The Facts of Life as Tootie. You have not changed.
I was too small. I was a small 9. And so they put me on roller skates to make me taller. And I remember thinking, what an honor that they wanted me enough to go to that length.
To play older.
To play older, yeah.
She made a lot of friends, including Todd Bridges. But not everyone had it easy. Todd took a detour down the typical child star path, battling addiction and personal struggles that had him in the tabloids for all the wrong reasons.
When we did live in front of a studio audience, and they did Different Strokes and Facts of Life, and when they had us come out, you know, the original cast members at the end, they introduced the cast of Different Strokes, and Todd was the only one that came out, because I know, because I was there, I lived it with him. And that of everybody, that's literally the last man standing. I went behind those audience bleachers and I cried like I was being beaten with a skillet. I mean, I could not hold it in because I know what it took for him to be able to walk through the remake of that door. It's hard.
He was one of the reasons why Kim was so determined to turn out well.
That moniker usually does not come with a lot of positivity. There's usually tragedy attached to it. There's usually some form of abuse that is connected with that type of lifestyle or job description. And I didn't want to have any of that be a part of my testimony. The pain of feeling like I'm no longer wanted.
So she kept pushing forward. By 13, she had already graced the cover of Jet magazine. And by 16, she was featured in Essence. She was carving out her space in the industry, no doubt about it. But it was not easy transitioning into the adult film industry.
That shit is hard to deal with when you're 11 and 12 and 13, that you go from being this cute kid, and if puberty is not kind to you, shit.
I mean, that's...
What? And then you go past the awkward stages into young adulthood, and, you know, it's like if you decide, I don't want to act again, like some of the Little Rascals, right? Our gang, one of them decide to sell insurance. Can you imagine? And then somebody going, oh, didn't you used to be somebody?
After The Facts of Life wrapped up, Kim didn't just sit back and relax. She went on to attend Pepperdine University and graduated in 1990 with a degree in communications and film. And while hitting the books, she even started her own production company, Victory Entertainment.
Get my degree in things like film and television production, which I was already a part of that industry. And I knew I loved my industry. That was the main thing.
Where she made her mark in television, film, and theater. By 1993, Kim Fields made her big TV comeback in yet another hit series. This time, she stepped into the fabulous shoes of Regine Hunter on the Fox sitcom Living Single.
And I couldn't wait till you got home to rub your noses in it.
Starring alongside none other than Queen Latifah.
One element of the legacy of Living Single is the strength of character of the characters. You had 6 incredible people there that were so dynamic and different and diverse in their own ways. And they were so strong in their character, at their core, in their constitution.
Kim owned the role of Regine, the ultimate fashionista, for 5 whole seasons. Regine was the one who always had her hair flawless and her outfits on point.
Anybody seen my ponytail? I want to have that whip action.
Fun fact, those iconic wigs, that was Kim's idea. She wanted to protect her natural hair, and let's be real, Regine's wig game was unmatched. And about if she's open for a reboot.
I can't tell you more. Ain't nothing to tell. I mean, we just,
Would you do it?
If it's done right, heck yeah, sure.
But Kim wasn't just killing it in front of the camera. Nope. She was making moves behind the scenes, too. She got her start directing on Living Single, and from there, she directed 27 episodes of Kenan and Kel. And a whopping 39 episodes of Tyler Perry's House of Pain. What can this woman not do? Now, let's talk about Kim's reality TV stint. Yep, Kim Fields dipped her toes into the wild world of the Real Housewives of Atlanta. But let's be real, some celebs just aren't cut out for that franchise. And Kim, She's definitely one of them.
Clearly, there is some issue that she has.
There's no issue.
As
just
you
so we're
said
clear.
before, I'm telling you that there is one, and everything.
Well, there's no
that
issue
you-
on my side.
When she joined the cast in season 8, it was a hot topic. Kim's chill, family-first vibe was totally different from the rest of the housewives, who were more about throwing drinks and hot takes than quietly reading a book with homemade snacks. And with all the drama that season, the physical fights and screaming matches, it's safe to say RHOA wasn't exactly the family-friendly environment Kim was used to.
How many commercials have you done?
Kenya, you can Google me, you can IMDb me. There's all my credits right there.
The Facts of Life star shared that she originally joined Real Housewives of Atlanta to make friends outside her tight-knit family. But let's just say that plan didn't exactly work out. It was all too much, especially when Kenya Moore started stirring the pot. While filming a commercial in Jamaica, Kenya refused to participate, even though Cynthia Bailey had asked the whole cast to join in. As if that wasn't enough, Moore started spreading rumors about Kim's husband's sexuality and accused Kim of living a fake life. Things finally boiled over during a sit-down in Jamaica, where Kenya took things too far by pulling out Kim's chair.
Oh, let me pull your chair for you. Kenya, don't do that. Don't do that.
You are
Don't
really
do that.
a piece
Let's go.
Now, outside of her drama with Kenya Moore, Kim was the quintessential family-first mom. And let's be real, sometimes it felt like she was the only one in the group who cared about her husband and kids. There were moments when she was just overwhelmed, often found in tears about missing them during those wild group outings. And guess who was always ready to throw shade? Yep, you guessed it, Moore. She didn't hold back from criticizing Kim for wanting to prioritize her family over the social scene.
Do you think Tootie or Kim Fields has a place on the Real Housewives of Atlanta?
No. I just don't think she's a good fit. The fans don't think she's a good fit. I think she's on the show to collect a check. I don't think that she's there to, have a sisterhood, a camaraderie. I think it's all about her. She feels like she's above everyone. She even said on the show last night, I'm Kim Fields.
Mm-hmm.
Like, as though that means I'm better than everyone. Don't you know who I am? Like, who does that?
Mm-hmm.
So I think that was pretty telling of how she really feels about the girl. Her husband even said something about some of these people they found off the street.
Yeah, I think he's making reference to your boyfriend, I believe.
I don't know who he was talking about.
Okay.
Why would he talk about somebody? Where did she find him?
Mm-hmm.
In a women's store shopping for lingerie? For himself, or that's a question mark.
I'm sorry, I wanted to hold that laugh in.
Why would he come for me every time I look? Every time he opens his mouth, he's coming for me. From the moment we first saw him on camera, he was saying I needed to be recast in my own pilot. I've never done anything to him.
Mm-hmm.
And at that time, I was only trying to help him. So clearly he's delusional about where he is in his life and where she is. So they're delusional together.
But you know how unpredictable RHOA can be, right? Take, for example, the meeting with Florida Congresswoman Frederica Wilson, which you'd think would be all about serious conversations between grown-ups. But Kim brought her 2 young boys for some reason. But just when you thought it couldn't get any crazier, Wilson made a jaw-dropping comment about how people don't like African-American boys. Kim's reaction? She practically bolted out of there with her kids in tow. The scene split fans right down the middle. Some applauded her protective instincts, while others thought she overreacted. Either way, it was just another day of drama on Real Housewives of Atlanta. Kim was even in Dancing with the Stars. After her exit from the show, Kim Fields wasted no time getting back to what she truly loves, acting and directing. Honestly, one season of that chaos was more than enough. Now, let's talk about those rumors Kenya Moore started on Real Housewives of Atlanta.
Kim.
Yes, dear.
Last night, there was some things said about your husband being fruity or gay.
We're not here to take sides, but the whole fake life accusation probably stemmed from a little drama off screen.
Don't let me cut these chicks right now with my mouth. Chris is definitely a wonderful husband and father, and we've been together happily for 10 years.
In 2014, Radar Online spilled the tea that Kim owed a whopping $212,000 in federal taxes. According to a federal tax lien filed in October 2014, Kim hadn't paid her taxes for 3 years, 2011, 2012, and 2013. She skipped out on payments of over $33,000, $42,000, and a jaw-dropping $136,000, bringing her total to a mass of $212,421.02. Whoa! At the time, Kim's career was in a bit of a slump. Despite starring in 2 hit sitcoms, things had slowed down for her. In fact, according to IMDb, at the time, she had done only 1 acting project in nearly 3 years, the 2014 TV movie For Better or For Worse.
I now pronounce you husband and wife.
Perfect.
But trust me, this sis is now back and better than ever. Our girl is now sitting on a jaw-dropping $6 million net worth. What better comeback than that? The 55-year-old is also happily married to Broadway actor and writer Christopher Morgan.
Mr. Morgan, do you have, you just want to...
She looks radiant. That's all I can say. That's mine. Look at that.
Mr. Morgan, we are cloning you about 5 times. Amen. I got some sisters.
Amen. Before this chapter, she was married to film producer Jonathan Franklin Freeman from 1995 until their split in 2001. There were even rumors that she dated her co-star John Henton, a.k.a. Overton from Living Single. Fast forward a few years, and Kim welcomed her first son, Sebastian, into the world on May 4th, 2007, with her then-boyfriend, Christopher. But the road to baby number 2 wasn't exactly quick and easy.
You know, we'd had our first son when I was 38, and then we ended up trying for our second child and had 2 miscarriages. And then from there, certainly by our surprise, I thought I had the flu. And then when I went to the doctor, she says, "Oh, honey, you're 2 months pregnant."
Since then, Kim has written a memoir titled Blessed Life, where she documents her life and storied career from Harlem to Hollywood. In this book, she shares the wild ride of growing up in Hollywood, filled with all the ups and downs and everything in between. Trust me, it's a page-turner. So why did Kim finally decide to share her story after 40 years in the game? It's simple. The timing was just right. Even though she's been in the spotlight forever, she promises fans will be shocked by how honest she gets in her book. Kim's co-stars had nothing but good things to say about her.
Kim Fields let us know about the first day of work that please do not refer to me as Tootie. I am trying to leave that character behind. I am now a grown woman. I'm doing, adult roles. And if you guys call me Tootie, then people are going to keep calling me Tootie. And so we proceeded to call her Tootie every chance we got.
While a lot of her 80s peers got lost in the chaos of fame, Kim credits her mom's solid advice for keeping her on track. And instead of being worn out by the industry, she's just as excited as ever. These days, she's still killing it on screen as Regina in the Netflix comedy The Upshaws.
Aaliyah's got a boyfriend, Bacon. I don't think you heard everything I said.
I did.
She's also a fierce entrepreneur and owns a coffee brand.
Signature Blends by KF.com. So we are an exclusive retail marketplace online. And so we have coffee and tea. We also have coffee-based face and body scrubs. And for the chefs out there, we also have delicious dry rubs.
Kim's keeping busy, and we're here for it.